Most of us know the feeling of the mid-afternoon slump. Your energy drops, your focus stutters, and simple tasks suddenly feel like a heavy lift for your short-term memory. We tend to view this cognitive fatigue as a personal failure to stay disciplined. But this is a biological system signaling a lack of fuel. Your brain weighs about 3 pounds, yet it operates as a high-performance engine that consumes 20% of your body's total energy. The modern diet often provides the wrong kind of energy. Ultra-processed foods rely on refined carbohydrates that trigger rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes, creating a cycle of chronic inflammation that impairs mental clarity. For peak performance, the brain requires high-quality structural inputs: healthy fats to build cell membranes, antioxidants to neutralize damage, and vitamins to ensure clear chemical signaling between neurons. When these specific nutrients are missing, your internal communication networks struggle to bridge the gaps. The resulting breakdown in signaling is what we experience as the heavy, disconnected feeling of brain fog. Physically, the brain is about 60% fat. Constructing new cells and maintaining that physical structure requires a steady intake of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically the compound DHA. You can source these essential fats through whole foods rather than expensive supplements. Fatty fish is one of the most bioavailable, accessible ways to meet your brain's structural requirements. In a South Asian kitchen, this is as simple as a fish curry, like a machli kasalan, served with brown rice. This exact meal delivers the specific structural fats needed to physically repair and strengthen your neural architecture. While fats build the structure, the macronutrient choline manages the signaling. It acts as a crucial cellular messenger that helps regulate your memory and your mood. Eggs are a primary source of this messenger. A morning masala omelet provides the exact raw materials your brain uses to transmit clear instructions throughout the entire day. You can think of omega-3s as your cognitive hardware and choline as the software drivers that keep the system communicating efficiently. Preservation is the next priority. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are dense with essential folate and vitamin K, nutrients that actively work to slow down the rate of cognitive decline. Traditional dishes like palak dal turn these greens into concentrated protection for your brain cells. We also need a defense against oxidative stress. This is where flavonoids come in, powerful compounds found in berries and dark chocolate. Clinical data shows the highest flavonoid intake gives a 15% lower risk of cognitive frailty. Why? Flavonoids actively sweep away free radicals and dilate blood vessels, increasing the flow of oxygenated blood to the brain. These antioxidant-rich foods function as an active defense grid, protecting neurological health from long-term deterioration. The brain does not work in isolation. It is physically tethered to your digestive system through the gut-brain axis, a two-way communication highway. Consuming healthy oils, nuts, and seeds feeds the beneficial gut bacteria that produce neuroactive metabolites. These psychobiotics synthesize essential neurotransmitters like serotonin, which help stabilize your mood. Keeping walnuts and almonds on hand provides a practical way to support these bacteria and prevent a mid-afternoon energy crash. A stable mood and sustained focus are directly synthesized by the microbiome in our gut, leaving our daily mental state heavily dependent on the fiber and fats we ingest. Incorporating these foods into your life is a matter of sequence rather than restriction. You can easily fit the science into a standard daily routine. Your morning could begin with a masala omelet and fruit, followed by a lunch of palak dal and whole wheat roti. For the evening, a snack of walnuts and dark chocolate leads into a dinner centered on fish curry, completing a full cycle of brain-building nutrients. Students should focus heavily on eggs and fish during intense study periods to support the memory retention and signaling needed for complex learning. In an office environment, nuts help stabilize the gut-brain connection during high-stress hours, while older adults can look to leafy greens to support long-term memory protection. Targeted daily nutritional consistency allows your brain to function at its peak, transforming small, habitual choices into long-term cognitive health. It is important to remember that while these nutrient-dense foods support baseline function, they are not standalone cures for clinical conditions. Diet is a pillar of health, but it does not replace medical treatment. Every single day, your brain physically rebuilds itself using the exact raw materials you have provided. You now have a toolkit to fuel that process. Look at your schedule for the next few days. Which specific brain food category are you going to implement into your routine first?